Hey, Studio 108 community. We are so glad that you're here today. I'm sitting with Dolores Alquist, my partner in crime. And if Dolores is here, we're talking about one of just a few things, and you can probably guess, but today we're here to talk about the light.
Yeah, the energy enhancement system. There's so much involved in the energy enhancement system, and it's really great to have the opportunity just to revisit all of the benefits from it. So
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah, we've been open for a year and a half.
Year and a half.
We might have just passed that mark, maybe just a year and a little bit more than a half.
Yeah.
March might have been the mark.
Mhm.
But so much, like, it's always interesting when you open a business. There's what you aspire to and what you dream about, and there's what the clients are looking for and what they expect when they come in, and then there's the entity of the business, like that develops out of the relationship of the two. And just like here at the studio, the Light, Wisdom, and Wellness, the wellness center that we share, has taken on a life of its own, hasn't it?
It has. And I think one of the questions we're always asking ourselves is, not so much what is next, but what is presenting itself to us, so we know what services to deliver to the community and to our clients that come to us.
Yeah. And it's fun to kind of spend the first year just anchoring what it is. And then now to have this second year to say, how can we be creative with this? Right. What are we going to do within it? And where is it taking us? Because I think it's taken me on a journey.
Yeah. That's big, quite the journey.
Really. You can't not journey when you're in that equipment a lot.
Yes.
When you're in that technology, when you're in that scalar wave, that high frequency field, it acts upon you. And we both have had great health benefits.
Oh yeah.
And great, I want to say spiritual, but not to be confused with religious, but just self-development, inner spiritual work that has really been supported by that.
Right. That's what I think one of the hardest things to explain. But for myself personally, I feel like I'm always in that space now. I make sure I ground myself every day, and that I have my prayer time, my meditation time, but it's always there. Like, that connection is always there. And I believe I would have gotten there one day, but definitely on like hyper speed by being within the energy enhancement system. So really incredible. Yeah. And before I forget, I had blood work done last week.
Okay.
And my cholesterol went down 20 points.
Wow.
I know. So I was pretty excited.
Wow.
I know.
No drastic changes in your diet.
No
medication.
No, none of that. None of that. I am always mindful of what I eat, but no significant changes for that to have happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
20 points. Good for you.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. Glowing.
I need to take off another 20 and we're good.
The body wants to heal. It just wants to heal. And the other thing that I think is really exciting for me about the energy enhancement system is that my time in there, it's not always that the energy enhancement system itself, like, for example, this misalignment I have at my neck, it's not that the energy enhancement system itself is allowing me to adjust that, but I found someone really good to work with. Like, I find solutions to my problems. I find creative ideas for my next step. Like, those kinds of intangibles are super exciting to me. I really love, those are the ones that make me really excited.
Right.
The unobvious and unexpected intangibles. So we want to back up enough to loop in the folks that maybe don't know what we're talking about. I hope you stuck with us. I hope you could hear the excitement and didn't race off. If you are wondering what we're talking about, down the street from the studio in Brecksville, right across from Burtwin Tavern, Dolores and I share a business called the Light, Wisdom, and Wellness. It's a wellness center. And at that wellness center, we have state-of-the-art technology called the Energy Enhancement System that creates a toroidal field within the room of high frequency scalar wave energy and biophoton energy. It uses sacred geometry just to create an elevated field, neutral of all EMFs, and something that charges your cells, detoxes your body, provides an anti-inflammatory, antihistamine reaction within your body, and gives your body a chance to heal. But also, as we're saying, you get these other mental, spiritual upliftment benefits as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dolores, do you want to talk a little bit so that folks can hear your voice about kind of how it works and what it's about?
Yeah, there's so many components to it. Please don't hesitate to jump in. So it's based off of quantum physics. And I believe once you experience it, that's when you can really get your arms around it.
It's kind of like an aha comes through the experience.
Yeah.
Because it's new.
Yeah, it is new.
In our thought stream.
It's new in our thought stream, and we're such a pill-popping society. That's a really, really big shift. I had one of my grandsons in there a little while ago, and he is 6. And I was trying to explain to him that this helps people feel better because, honey, they're just lights. And I think that is a really common perception. And so I had to talk to him about there's more ways to heal your body other than taking medicine. So we had a lovely conversation about it. But so there's many things that go on. There's definitely the biophotonic waves that come out, the light therapy that helps our bodies. And we know that modern medicine has even recently been supporting improving their beliefs on how the light, each color of light, resonates with a specific part of the body to help it heal. So we have that going on the front of the screen. Behind the screens, there are these black boxes that help with the next level of it. And the scalar waves, as Tracy was saying, it raises the vibrational frequency in the room to a high enough level to heal the body with whatever the body is struggling with, anything, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And that's a lot. That's a super huge concept to get your arms around.
It's really based on the idea of physics entrainment. So when you have a cold mug and a warm Coca-Cola, why would you be drinking that?
Let's say iced tea.
That's not iced yet. You got your warm tea and your cold mug, and you pour your tea in your mug. The tea is going to get colder and the mug is going to get warmer. They entrain, they kind of meet in the middle. In this case, those black boxes and the biophoton energy creates a field that's holding it like 100 millivolt, like a high frequency. Our body, every cell of our body on a cellular level is going to entrain up, and that takes time. It's a process. So that's why, usually one visit is not sufficient to really get the results people are looking for, but the machinery isn't going to move. So your body is going to gradually start to work its way up. And as it begins to adjust to that higher frequency, anything of a lower frequency is expelled. That's why you get such a great detox, a very significant detox. And there are slides of blood samples from before being in the session to after being in the session that show this really significant amount of toxins in the blood after the session. We ask you to do a foot soak or a bath, a particular salt-based, soak to detox. Any other detox activities that you have are going to be really helpful. But as you release the toxins, again, we're putting the body in optimal opportunity to self-heal, basically.
We had a first-time visitor this week on Wednesday, and when she left, she had a bit of a headache, and she did the salt bath, headache went away, and her words to me were, "I feel amazing."
Yeah.
Amazing. And she was like, all of me, like, I feel amazing. Her body felt great, and mentally she felt great.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I get it. Like, it's so easy to say my cholesterol's down. Look at blood work. Migraines are dissipating, like all of that great stuff. But it goes above and beyond that. Like, our body, our human vessel is a really great indicator of, everything that's going on inside of us. So it's super important to listen to that, but it goes above and beyond just the physical aspects of opening up to healing.
100%.
Yeah.
One of the two most common things we hear after a single visit is, I slept so good and I had so much energy the next day. Those are two really common things that we hear. And I'd like to make a couple comments about that. One, the testimonial data is very abundant. There's a lot of testimonial data that's been gathered so far. And it's really indicating that about 8 to 12 hours in the system before people start to see. And we're talking about people who have a complaint or an illness, So if you have a complaint or an illness, about 8 to 12 hours is what we're seeing before you start seeing results. Because as long as it took for that illness to be created, it's going to take a little time for your body to kind of turn itself around and for you to get those results. But in terms of sleeping better and having more energy, they're really potent benefits, because once you start sleeping better, your productivity is better, the quality of your relationships improve, you have more energy, you do more in a day, you do it more joyful, like everything. And same with having more energy. When you have more energy, you're more pleasant to people, your work creativity flows easier, your work productivity increases. So these things that are rather generic, I didn't say less pain. A lot of people with less pain as well.
Yes.
Gosh, how do we pick?
So we don't want it to sound like too good to be true. And one of the points I want to bring up is our bodies are super smart. If you've had any conversation with me, this usually comes up. Our bodies are super smart. Our bodies know exactly what we need. And so we need to trust our bodies, because you might be coming in saying, my shoulder is killing me. And your body's like, deal with your shoulder, because your anxiety is out of the roof, and we need to take care of that first before we can, work on anything physical. And I'm not saying that, you wouldn't have reprieve with your shoulder pain, but we've had a lifetime of, life events happening, and here's our body. So as Tracy just said, it's going to unwind over time, but we have to trust the body that it knows exactly what order to unwind it in.
100%. Yeah. That's a really good point.
Yeah. And I'm so sorry. This came up yesterday also. So it's a function of being open. So I have been in sales for most of my career. And when I talk to people, there's no hard close. There's no you got to do this, because you have to be open for you to walk in that energy enhancement system, because I dragged you in, or your husband or your wife or your kids dragged you in, because you're going to feel so much better after you go there. If I'm not into it, if I'm not open to it, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Right. So it's really important to be open and relaxed. And even if you're going in going, oh my God, I hope it works. I hope it works. I hope it works. Right. Even that is a level of resistance. Right. So just really, letting go, relaxing into it. Most people fall asleep. We always try to say, don't fight the sleep. Many people feel like you have to look at the lights for it to work. You don't. You just need to relax and be open. So just that being open, and it's not just being open in the lights. One of the things I've personally have worked on for the last couple of years is just being open to receiving. And that's a lot of things, right? I am open to receiving.
And I think that's a really good attitude to pin drop today. I'm going to pin drop this idea that I'm open to receiving the answers to my prayers, the solutions to my problems, the creative ideas for my growth and my up level. And one of the things that we're seeing in society is that people are getting open to receiving new ideas, innovative ideas, fresh ideas around healing. And there are all kinds of scalar infused products that we're seeing on the line. And Dolores and I think, yeah, that's great. And why not a scalar infused body? Come on in here and rest. Come on in here to the lights and like infuse your body in this energy. There are so many different light wave therapies, red lights for your face, and different color lights that they're using in surgeries and things. And here we have this full spectrum of light that is radiating through the room so that you get the benefit of a full spectrum of light in the EESystem. So we're really excited to see how society is expanding beyond our traditional solutions for health issues. And we, keep that in mind, pin drop that, open to new ideas. And if today's not your day, we get it. But down the road, I hope you're open to coming in and trying out the EESystem. Your first session's free. But the other thing that's been really exciting is that our community at the Light is growing. Not only is Dolores doing life empowerment sessions, and of course I'm doing the sound bath, but Michelle Falcone and Kaylee Toko are doing access bars, which is a souped up kind of Reiki. It's a Reiki that pinpoints the channels through the brain that coordinate through the body and stream energy through in a way that lets you clear and upgrade. And it's really impactful, done in the EESystem. See, this is what people are noticing. When pros come into the EESystem, when healers walk in the door, they're like, how can I work with my craft in this room? And two of the people that have said that are Tom Jasinski, who is doing somatic breath work, and Dr. Holly Timberlake, who's doing energy psychology. What kind of thoughts did we get from the retreat around those? Because those are really, you've got someone's coming on Mondays. Do you remember?
Yes. So retreat day was kind of like a holy cow. Wow. Like by the end of the day, our guests were just like, they were like new beings of light. I don't know how to explain it. So it was really good. And we touched on all of those. All of our sources were there supporting us through the day. It was really a ramped up kind of day. It was really great. We have a person that has been coming and working with Tom doing breath work. And she's been very resistant. She is a dear, dear friend of mine. I love her to death. And she has been resistant. And I get it, right? I get it. It's a long, it's a lot to get your arms around, but she is living in chronic pain 24/7. There wasn't too much more that the medical field could do for her other than to suggest another surgery. And she had already had back surgery and has plenty of hardware in her body. And she was just really deflated. And I'm so proud of her because what caught her eye was the breath work. It wasn't the energy enhancement system. And I just want people to feel better, right? I don't care what it's connecting with them. I just want people to feel better. The thought of living in chronic pain 24/7 is not something I ever want to get my arms around, right? And she came in and she tried it, and she is a new person.
She's had 2 sessions.
She's had 2 sessions. She's like mentally, she's in a much better place physically. And she keeps saying, I don't understand. I don't understand why I feel so much better. I don't understand how this is happening, right? I'm breathing and I'm sitting in a chair. Like, wow, how easy is that?
Yeah. Well, there's something about Tom that's really, he's a gift. He's a gift.
He is a gift to this planet. Yes, he is a gift.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And Dr. Holly Timberlake too, the energy work that she does, tapping and other strategies. And I mean, she's a seasoned professional. She's someone that I was familiar with from my early days in like 2001, even with EMDR and tapping and energy work that I had started exploring. You don't always realize that you're into innovative ideas, like those were things I did and they just really worked for me. And so fortunately I was open to it and I've been able to use a lot of alternative strategies successfully around my health. And so when Dr. Holly reached out, I was like so glad to see her name. And she's going to be doing group work there and individual work, because when she came into the system, she said the same thing. Wow, everything done in this environment is really going to be amped up.
Yeah.
It's been exciting.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we have one more thing.
What's that?
Do you remember? You a lot. Are we saying it all? Okay, so our one more thing is this. Everything that happens in that environment is amped up. And one of the things I noticed is that when I'm in there on my laptop, my emails pour right out onto the page. My KPI, all of my key performance indicators, which are so tedious, you guys, it's not my thing at all. They get done in a flash. I'm like, I can concentrate better. I'm more creative. I'm more productive. So we had this idea. We hope you're excited about it too. Friday is going to be work sesh. Friday, oh my gosh, it's putting up an emoji. It's putting up an emoji because I did my thumb up. Sorry, it landed on Dolores's face. I hope you're on YouTube so you can see it. If you're on Apple or Spotify, well, you know, a big bubble of thumbs up just landed on Dolores's face. That would happen to my friend. Anyway, 10 to 2 on Fridays is work session. We'll have the lights on and the curtains open, and you can bring a laptop, you can bring a book, you can bring your knitting. You know, it might be, you know, just a really nice way to spend a couple hours getting something done so you can have a great weekend.
Yeah, it's it puts you in an environment that you're relaxed, but it also opens you up. I always joke that I solve the problems of the world when I'm in there. I've lost track of how many times I have been stuck on something and I don't know what to do next. What is that next step? You know, give me some out of the box thinking. And while I'm in there, it's just like it just comes through. It's really incredible.
It's like, how do we get the idea of infinite possibility into our consciousness, you know? Who said you can't solve the problem in the same mindset that created Einstein, right? Yeah, he was a pretty smart guy. So like, but this is what the kinds of experiences that we're having in there is just like not even like, wow, more like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, wow, did you feel it? Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Look what's happening to the desk staff. Do you see how their lives are shifting?
Yeah.
And things are like everything. The people that come in one visit probably won't do it, although your first visit is free and you can come in and try it and you'll feel something. But you know, just we have some nice packages. Come on the regular and see where your life starts going.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw this out there, and Tracy and I have not talked about it. But if you are on a board, if you own your own business and you want to have like a meeting there, like if you have some
wellness initiative,
a wellness, do
wellness
a wellness
dollars, wellness budget.
This we actually had a business owner who really understands the energy enhancement system. She came and brought her team there. Now, they did not have a working meeting, but if you want to solve some really good stuff with your board, with your company, like, you know, even if you're on the PTA at school and you guys have some big challenges, come and sit in that room. And I promise you, again, solving the problems of the world right 100%. Here in Brecksville, Ohio.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, I'm sure you catch our drift and hear our passion. We really just want people to feel better. Yeah. We want to help people. So
that's it. 100%.
Thanks for your time today. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks
for following. Dolores, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Namaste, you guys. Thanks for following.
Thanks.